This is Football Thoughts. Red God TV.
Arsenal 2, Manchester United nil. Apologies for not covering the Everton game. Mandem was on holiday with the missus. But yeah, brilliant first half. I felt like we controlled most of the game. Defensively, we were very tight, very settled, very comfortable. We had more of the ball in their half and more possession. The build-up play was there, and the little pops and the little 1-2 fades, the little progressive football that is, our five attackers playing up front was there. The only problem was, and my biggest concern of this lineup was the triangles, because I knew because Hoyland and Garnacho are starting, the triangles are just not going to be the same up front. That's why we lacked the final third, decisive moments to really bury the game in the second half. We started off that second half the same as the first half, but now we had individual errors like Garnacho and fucking Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes not switching on in the midfield, often giving away the ball too many times. The simple pass and the simple through pass, he doesn't have enough technicians around him to actually make him a better player. Because the Bruno and Ugarte collab, the reason why it's a very fundamentally um, negative collab is because Bruno's gonna be more creative, but he needs a tech man next to him to help balance that midfield. And Ugarte is just a cleanup man. He doesn't have enough text to do what Bruno can particularly do. But Bruno is more of a final third passer, but he can't play as a cam, and he can only play as an eight. But he doesn't have enough discipline to maintain certain zones and positions as an eight. I saw an incident where this prick had the ball and he decided to just go straight forward as if he was playing the 10 position, which makes no fucking sense because now you're leaving Ugarte chilling alone in the middle. He doesn't have discipline. And that's ultimately what's the problem. The front three was the back three, Mazarao and Maguire and De Ligt, was good, very good. Mazarao has probably been the most consistent player for our team this season. De Ligt does what De Ligt does, very reliable. Dalot and Molasia and the fullbacks really impressed me also. That back five is great. It's just the front five, which is lacking the final elements. And we'll get there. It's patience. Like, I didn't expect us to win this game, but I didn't want to lose this game. I wanted at least a draw and no coming away from the Emirates with a clean sheet. But it just shows you that this team just doesn't have the right players to actually 100% fully invest in the system. The individual errors, that's from Canacho's lack of awareness when he doesn't have the ball. That's his lack of awareness when he doesn't have enough players around him who can play on the ball. That's a lack of his physicality. There's so much basic elements that's just not there in his game. You question yourself, how is this motherfucker a footballer, bro? How is he a footballer? Hoyland also, Rasmus Hoyland, he can't do the simple 1-2 passes and the simple link up play a center forward does. But Oaks are going to tell me because he's in the box and he's got a big conversion rate that he's a solid striker. Fuck you. Jay-Z is in the bench. He came on the bench. He did more than Rasmus because he's a proper link man. We need a we need we need probably another swap deal striker in the transfer market just so we can take this fake ass Viking out for a younger, more intelligent footballer playing up front who can actually get us goals and we can actually create the goals. building up for our two number 10s. Mount did a very good job today. He pressed, he did what he was supposed to do in that 10 position. And he got subbed off because we wanted to change the game after being behind. And we're trying to go for the win after being behind. Just proves that Ruben is a very decisive manager. He understands himself and his philosophy. He's more on the aspects of getting the system right, but he needs the players for it. The system is already implemented. Like this guy needed, all it took for him was 4 training sessions to get the implement the system in these players' psychology and their game. Faster than Ten Hag ever did for Manchester United. This excuse of a manager needs time is bullshit. It's a myth. This excuse of a player needs time, it's a myth. Because there's a lot of oaks telling me that Garnacho, Bruno, and Rasmus need time to develop in the system. No, they don't. They're not suitable for this system. Therefore, they need to go. Get out. They- when we're behind, Bruno Fernandes is just complaining. He's losing emotion. He's losing his shit. When you're the captain, you can't lose your shit. You have to remain cold. You have to remain stoic. You have to control your emotions so that your team follows your lead. He's the wrong captain. Casemiro's our captain. Like he's in trouble next transfer window, and he still doesn't have enough self awareness to actually see that. The manager don't favor this man. The manager don't favor Garnacho. The manager don't favor Hoyland. He don't even favor Mount. He's just playing his players because that's what he's got. That's what he was left with by that Ten Hag bold geezer, roll on, dick, tip headed fool. But you know what? I'm gonna be relaxed. I'm calm. I'm not even that upset that we lost because I know this is a process. And I know those 2 goals were based upon 2 shit players who just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Rashford could have hit the ball against the defender, given a goal kick. But instead, he wants to do something fancy, something that you never do in football. He wants to dribble someone in the corner flag of the opposition's side of the field. Where have you ever heard of that in football? When you're in the opposite side of the field and you're by the corner, rather kick it out for a goal, for a throw in, or kick it against the player so that you can get the goal kick. Garnacho also losing the ball because he's not aware of his spacing and his movement off the ball. Because you see, movement off the ball is important because you get away from a player. But the problem with Garnacho is he can't read the play. So he's with his player. And so when he gets the ball, the player reads it quickly because his movement off the ball is just not there to get away from the player. This pace and agility that you guys think this guy's got, it's a myth, bro. His own countrymen reject him. You should have seen the signs, blood. The GOAT said no to him. Messi said, nah, bro. You wearing Ronaldo's jockeys? Fuck out of here, bro. Patience, guys. We need to be patient. But we also need to get frauds out of the squad who are your fan favorites. But we move and we digress. This is Record TV.